Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another Burlingame. It's a small town podcast sponsored by the Burlingame Historical Society. This is Mark Lucchese, also known as Mark at the Mic, and I'm going to play a clip for you and let you see if you can recognize who's my guest today.
As we all gotta do. What a wonderful world. I'm thinking to myself, what a wonderful world. Let's get it going on. What's the next one? Bring it on.
Okay, guys, I know some of you recognized that voice, but for those of you who didn't, that was the voice of a man about town, New York Nick Fleres. New York Nick Fleres, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Mark. Pretty honored to be here.
What'd you think of that opening?
Wow. Reminded me of Frank Sinatra back in Madison Square Garden, the event.
When and where did you do that little stint?
That was in Burlingame on Ralston Avenue in the garage.
It was.
Yeah.
And that was your youngest son?
Youngest, James.
James, yeah. Could he sing? Do all the boys sing like you or what?
Yeah, we're a singing family. We do a lot of a cappella, and started back in Wade, growing up in New York with my own brothers and sisters.
Way back when?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Kathy and I were at a restaurant on Rollins Road. Back in the day, it was the Trattoria, something. And you were in there singing. And I don't know if that was a karaoke night or not.
Maria Trattoria.
But we didn't know that, okay? We heard you and go, what's that? That's Nick Fleres, man. So anyway, when I was doing the research for this show, I found that clip on YouTube.
Wow.
And I didn't know where it was or what was going on, but I said, I got to record this and lay it down and have Nick listen to it. So
pretty impressive.
Yeah. Okay, so Nick, you grew up in New York or New Jersey? Where? Tell me a little bit about this.
So I grew up in New York. I was born in 1955 and grew up in Greenwich Village, 203 Spring Street. It was a very Italian neighborhood. It was remarkable times. Quaint little neighborhoods that the community was very strong with everyone.
Uh-huh.
And everyone knew each other. We lived on a fourth floor walk up, and there was my father, my mother, my grandmother, my older brother, my sister, me and my twin brother.
Wow.
And we lived in 3 rooms. And it was amazing love, tons of food. A lot of aunts and uncles used to come over, and we'd had an overflow of people.
Yeah.
And we'd have to put tables in the hallways.
You make it work, though.
Yeah.
Are any of those folks still around? Your parents still around? Your brothers?
My dad and mom passed. My oldest brother, Anthony, is still here with his wife and kids.
Are they back east or are they out here?
New Jersey.
Okay.
And then my sister's in Jersey with her husband and kids.
Yeah.
And then my twin brother is in New Jersey.
Okay. So I just need to know, you and Jerry Ann, I think, met at a wedding?
We met at a wedding at Feathers on Fifth Avenue. And it was we owned an Italian restaurant in the neighborhood, and the waitress, her daughter was getting married, and the family was invited. And my twin brother went in place of my dad. And the aunt said to me, called up and said, well, we need the other twin here. We can't have one twin and not the other.
Right.
And so I got dressed in my John Travolta outfit, shirt over the suit jacket.
Okay.
And that's where I met Jerry Ann.
Okay. And then did you guys date for a while back there? Or did
we sort of clicked pretty well. We were at what's called the kids' table at the wedding.
Yeah.
And
How old were you then? Give or take.
16, 17, about 16.
So she's a real high school sweetheart.
Yeah, she was pretty confident. She was real pretty, beautiful dress, nice speaker, good talker.
Was Jerry Ann from an Italian family as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Jerry Ann grew up also on 6th Avenue,
Yeah.
not far from me.
Okay.
And
How long did you guys date before you got married?
so we got married August 29th, 1976. I was 21.
Okay.
So I would say on and off for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the motive to move to California? And how did you discover Burlingame? So kind of give me that all in
So
one shot.
my mother-in-law and her Jerry Ann's stepdad had transitioned to Los Angeles originally, and we moved there first. We lived up in Agora, Thousand Oaks,
Okay.
and then me and my wife talked it over. Let's try something new. I loved where I grew up, but I wasn't crazy about the weather.
Right. Cold
So,
winters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold winters,
The
hot
snow.
summers.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we moved there, but I still didn't get any flavor for a city, growing up in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went back after a couple of years, and we bought a home in Rockaway, New Jersey. And what we did was we then had that California taste.
Yeah.
And so we really wanted to get back.
Yeah. Come back to the good weather, California, the
So
whole
my
bit.
mother-in-law and father-in-law moved from L.A. to San Mateo. And they said, come out here, it's a mini New York,
Yeah.
but the weather's much nicer.
Right.
So we came out in June, I think it was June 27th is when we came here, and we fell in love with,
What year was that? More or less.
let's see, when we moved here was, golly, I'm here 40 years, Mark, so 1984.
Wow.
It was June of
Okay.
84, I believe. And we moved here, and we
Been here ever since.
Yeah, stayed, and I would walk to St. I always looked up where the churches were, and I would walk to St. Catherine's Church and go to Mass there, and
Yeah.
I was able to start to meet a few people, and I met Monsignor Murphy, and in a bulletin was a maintenance man needed, and that's how I landed.
That was in the
job.
church bulletin?
Church,
The St. Catherine's Church bulletin.
Yeah.
Maintenance man. So had you always been doing sort of maintenance? Was that in the family back east and everything, or
So
what?
we owned Italian restaurants
Right.
in New York, but
Yeah.
I was into the oil burner business. I was an oil burner mechanic.
Okay.
I would be fixing the big boilers in the buildings to keep the heat going.
Yeah.
And so I had mechanical trades.
Right.
And I really liked the trades. So I moved here, and then Monsignor had that article in the bulletin. And
Had you been working here up to that point, or were you like looking for work then, or what?
no, at the time I moved here in June, going to Mass there. I think I volunteered for a few months. And then Monsignor Murphy put me on board March 18th, 1985.
Wow.
And then through the parishioners in the community, I was able to, go out and get some.
Started doing side work, I
Yeah,
guess you
like
would
some
call it,
handyman
right?
work,
Yeah.
Paint the room.
But along
fix
with
a
work,
light.
along with working at St. Catherine's, so you had a couple of things going on.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's how you built this wonderful reputation as a handyman maintenance guy, because your Yelp reviews are over the top. You got like 5 stars. I've never seen anybody with 5 stars.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
that's-
try to. The most important thing, being honest and trusting, and
Yeah.
giving the people a fair buck for their job.
While you were at St. Catherine's, who were some of the pastors that you actually worked for? Who was running the show when you were there?
So
You mentioned Monsignor Murphy.
who's, so Monsignor Murphy was, I started there, like I said, March 18th, 1985.
Right.
And every Sunday, like I said, I went to church and then the bulletin. And Monsignor Murphy, something clicked with us. It was that good feel for both of us.
You like that New York style, man.
Yeah, it was like from the heart.
Yeah.
And, we stayed friends even after he retired. But he was a big mentor, a father figure to me.
Right.
He was able to, help me with everything.
Yeah. Good. And who came after him?
So after him came So in place of him, temporarily was Father Edward.
Okay, I don't think I remember.
Inawaki,
Okay, I don't think I met
Nigerian
him.
priest.
Uh-huh.
Great leader, good man.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Actually, a basketball player.
Really? You must have
Yeah.
loved that.
Yeah. Fun story at St. Catherine is Henry Caruso.
Sorry.
He went on to play at Princeton and then
Okay.
had his final year at Santa Clara.
Okay.
Now he's an announcer for Santa Clara.
Oh,
men's
geez.
basketball.
And he's a St. Catherine's kid, is what
Yeah.
you're saying? Oh, my gosh. Okay.
And he wanted to have a competitive game against the staff of St. Catherine.
Okay.
So it was me and Father Edward, Craig Giannini, Sister Teresa.
Oh, yeah, Sister
And,
Teresa.
We put it on that 8th grade pretty good.
I bet.
I told Henry,
Yeah.
watch what you wish for.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun.
So who came after Father Henry?
Father, after Father Monsignor Murphy was Father Edward filled in, I believe.
Father Edward, sorry. Yeah.
And then we had Father Elward,
Okay, remember
in.
him.
and then Father Al Fasinovich.
Yes, who passed away,
actually,
right?
Father Wong came in temporarily when Father Elwood left.
Okay.
And then Father Al came on board. I think he was
Yeah.
there like 10 years. And then he sort of minimized my job from full-time to part-time.
Was that good or bad?
It wasn't good. I mean,
Right. Less money.
less money and just
Yeah.
there was no rhyme or reason for it.
Yeah. All in all, how many years were you employed by St. Catherine's?
36 years, Mark.
36 years.
Yeah, 36
Wow.
years I stayed.
So the whole time you were there, Sister Antonella must have been there because she just retired, right?
Yeah, Sister Antonella. I started with Sister Gabriella,
Oh, yes, right.
who was the principal at the time.
Yeah, then she handed it off to Sister
A
Antonella.
remarkable person to work for.
Yeah.
She was such a unique,
Yeah,
just perfect person.
yeah. Is she still living?
I believe she's in Italy, but
She
I
went
think
back to
she's-
Italy, right?
Yeah, I think she's not doing
Okay.
health-wise is
Yeah.
not so great.
Okay. 36 years at St. Catherine's. I got to ask you, why'd you leave? Because they cut the hours on you or what? I mean,
No, it was a time for me to retire.
it was.
Yeah, I finished at 67, and I just felt it was time.
Yeah.
Winding down.
So you're pretty much doing the handyman stuff all the time or upon calls or jobs or whatever?
Yeah. Still doing the tasks of handyman.
Yeah.
And my son Michael is a general contractor.
Yeah. Oh, great.
So he's working here with big jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah. So do you guys collaborate on things
Sure,
together?
absolutely.
Oh, that's terrific. Okay. All right. Let's talk about Burlingame for a couple of minutes, right? I know that's one of your favorite subjects. You've been around here forever. What do you enjoy most about Burlingame? What turns you on about Burlingame?
Well, the nucleus is so welcoming. The town of Burlingame is just, I believe, one of a kind. I've been a lot of places, but Burlingame is accepting of people. It's a block you could walk down, and the ambiance, the decor,
Yeah.
the restaurants, to the residential, to the housing, it's incredible. Yeah.
And you enjoy the new community center that's been built?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
That was, even though the new stuff is being built, it still has all the same feel.
It's kept a lot of its charm.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do
Yeah.
when you're building a city like this or rebuilding or whatever you do. You know what I mean? So over the years, you've seen a lot of changes. Some are good, some are bad, some are sad. Talk to me about anything that's affected you one way or the other.
I sort of just go with the flow.
Uh-huh.
I'm not one that would comment on, I prefer to just stay happy and
Yeah.
help where I can. And
Kind of a roll with the punch type guy.
yeah, that's amazing that you said that, because that's what Monsignor Murphy said when he retired. just roll with the punches.
Yeah, that's the best way to go. Take it one day at a time, and just
it's a win-win.
Change is going to happen. It's inevitable, and just go with it. So, all right, so today is Friday. No, is today Friday or Thursday? Today's Thursday, but let's pretend it's date night for you and Jerry Ann, right?
Sure.
And you want to take her out, and you're going to come down here to Burlingame. Give me 2 or 3 places in Burlingame that I might bump into you to, having a drink or dancing or listening to music or having dinner. Do you have a couple of favorite places?
Sure. My number one spot is the wonderful Sapore Italiano with my lovely friend Elio Diozzo. I'm there with him since he opened the door.
Can you say that name again for us?
Elio Dorz.
I love it, man.
He's from Calabria. But another nice place we enjoy is Mykonos.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Greek place on Lawton.
Yep.
For coffee, we really enjoy. I sit outside. Is the Cafe Central.
Yeah.
With the lovely Ramin and Yolanda.
But I bet you have to sit inside because you probably don't get a sip of your coffee with everybody walking by and saying, hey, New York, hey, New York.
Yeah,
everybody wants to talk, right?
Exactly.
I know. But
and
that's
then
what's
we have
great.
the lovely Copenhagen, Mark.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
One of my favorite places.
Yeah, mine too.
So I have to ask you, are you still getting down to the place on Broadway, Broadway Grill? Weren't you singing down there once in a while?
They used to have what's called the 50s night with the Pure Ecstasy.
Yeah.
Preston Turner. And actually, we'd sing My Girl, the song by the Temptations. And my son James would be mostly the celebrity that got up at 15, 16 years old.
Really?
Do we go there? We still go there.
Yeah.
The food is very good.
Yeah, always has been.
People are really nice.
Good.
Really nice.
So where are you singing around town? Are you doing any singing right now?
Yeah, one of my favorite spots is the Swinging Door on 25th in San Mateo.
I never knew about this. Tell me about this place, the Swinging Door.
So it starts at 9:30 at night, and you just get up. It's karaoke.
Oh, was that the old...
bit of something.
Thank you. Yes, the British place or whatever.
Yeah.
Is it a lot of fun?
Oh, it's a ton of fun.
So if I was going to go there with Kathy, what night are you there? Are you there any particular nights?
Mostly Fridays or Saturdays.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see it. Oh, man, that's cool. All right. One of the great things you're known about here, known in Burlingame and on the peninsula, is your basketball prowess. Not only you're a great player, but you're a wonderful coach. And I think you've coached at just about every level from grade school up to college. Okay? How'd the whole basketball thing come about? Coaching and playing back in New York?
Yeah, I grew up in Greenwich Village, like I said. Went to LaSalle Academy, same school as Ron Artest.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Had great coaches. Started out of my freshman year. In our neighborhood, there's a kid called Vinny Yac Caruso in the yearbook.
Say that name again, please.
Vinny Yac Caruso.
You got to love these names, don't you?
Everybody's got a nickname. And so when I played, in the yearbook, it says Nick a la Caruso Fleres.
I love it. Yeah. Nick a la Caruso. Yeah. Okay. So you played back east and you brought that out here, right? Yeah. Who were some of your coaching mentors? People that helped you learn the game, people you looked up to.
So, obviously I coached with Pete Pontac at Skyline College.
Yeah.
And
he had a great record up there, right?
Hall of Fame, San Mateo County Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I was there from 1998 to 2003. He developed many Division I, Division II, III, and NAIA players.
What about back east when you were playing? Did you have any coaches back there that you really appreciated? Or?
That was my freshman coach, Bill Abra, at LaSalle Academy.
Yeah.
He enjoyed my play, my point guard ability.
Yeah.
My court vision.
Yeah, you were one of the first guys I ever saw play that could give it the no-look pass. Yeah. That was fun, man.
Yeah, that was.
You had a great bounce pass. Where you the guy, you bounced the ball way down, the guy's picking. Yeah, you were really good at that too. I loved watching you play.
Probably when I threw the bounce pass, I threw it against older guys that couldn't bend down.
And a lot of times you kind of gave me a little bit of Michael Jordan with the tongue hanging out there a little bit, man. That's
many a time.
That was fun. Fun stuff. So, do you ever connect with Pete Pontac anymore? Is he still alive?
Yeah, we're still in touch.
Great.
We meet each other mostly every year at the WCC tournament.
Yeah.
Out in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And
great.
We reminisce and always remember the great times.
Yeah.
Coach Pontac not only coached basketball, but he taught us all how to help kids off the court.
Yeah.
And, one great story is an athlete, Anthony Woodage, that came play for Skyline, and he actually moved in with us in my house, and I took him under our wing. When he was finished at Skyline, I was able to get him, and Coach Pontac has a big input in that, was able to get him a full ride to St. Mary's to play for Coach Randy Bennett.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah, he's a great kid.
Yeah. All in all, how many years of coaching?
Oh, gosh. I was probably 15 when I first started with back east.
Yeah.
I'm 69, so I don't know. 69
Long time.
minus 15
I don't know,
is,
50-something, I guess, something like that.
exactly.
Yeah. A long time.
Yeah, I've coached Pro-Am in the summer with San Francisco City, Skyline, Burlingame High School from 2005 to 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think I know that. Okay, so let me ask you something. Your coaching style, is it East Coast, West Coast, and maybe you could explain a little bit of that New York playground style?
Yeah, the coaching style is, it's not East Coast or West Coast. It's, the New York Knicks style. It's more of the philosophies of mine, the why nots. If not now, then when will you? How you want to be remembered.
Uh-huh.
A couple of key words is accountability and choice.
Yep. Okay.
And, that's...
What about pressure defense or shooting the three or things like that? Full court press.
I'm a long leash type of coach. I don't want guys looking at the bench, looking at me, just play. We're all going to make a mistake.
Uh-huh.
It's a very tough, competitive game.
Yep.
And just get out there, take care of business. My philosophy also is the hard way is the easy way. Just go play hard.
You teach guys how to do the no-look pass?
Oh. I'll tell you one thing. Coach Pontac said, Jason Kidd had nothing over me when I used to work out with the guys.
Yeah, no, that's
So
for sure, man. You had a great
compliment.
no look, absolutely. So tell me some about some of the, I guess you would call them triumphs or achievements, accomplishments that you remember as a coach, and maybe some of the disappointments you've had as a coach.
Sure. Most of my accomplishments and triumphs are about, giving a kid in life, something to believe in, something that, taking a kid from the streets, then showing them the hard way is the easy way, and, get competitive, be honest, be trusting, and on the other hand, the biggest disappointment was when it was too late to help a kid.
Uh-huh.
And they go back to the streets and don't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any disappointments in maybe your advancement and going to another level or achieving a full-time head coach position someplace on a more of a bigger scale?
I enjoy the being the associate coach.
Uh-huh.
The reason why is I feel that role is so important because the head coach has his hat to wear, but the associate first assistant always is the one that, plays the role of not only on basketball court, but off the court.
Right.
Also.
Mentoring the kids,
Yeah.
making sure they're getting to class, et cetera. Is there a particular level, age level or grade level that you like to coach? Was college more fun than the grammar school kids or the high school?
Yeah, I probably enjoyed the high school the best. The most important one I think I enjoyed the best was me and Coach Paulie Ferrari. We coached Lenardi's club team, and we had a lot of
Lenardi's,
fun with
wait a
that.
minute, back that up. Lenardi's club team.
Yeah, Lenardi's used to sponsor a summer league for club kids.
You mean the other grocery store in Burlingame?
Yeah, sorry,
Okay,
Mark.
that's okay.
I can leave out the Lenardi's.
So you and Paul Ferrari coached
Yeah,
that
we've
team.
coached a lot of athletes in the club
Yeah.
level. And,
So give me a couple of names that you remember, local boys that played either at Sarah, Burlingame, Mills, that you coached and have gone on or
yeah, my
done some other
favorite player
things.
of all time is Frankie Ferrari.
Yeah, he went to USF.
Anthony Woodage in college, Frankie in high school with Burlingame High School.
Frankie went on to USF.
Yeah, he went to USF, and then the success of him is playing professional basketball.
Wow.
And now he's been honored to be in the Peninsula Hall of Fame,
Terrific.
which is amazing.
Yeah, that is.
He's well deserved.
Yeah.
If any athlete could work so hard, I would say he's probably the best, hardest working athlete that I've seen, work on his game of basketball to get where he got.
Yeah.
And it was well deserved.
We're going to talk about one guy we know mutual. Did you ever play against John Crosby?
Oh, my God. My buddy. My good buddy.
That's
my
right.
best friend.
That's right.
Johnny C. could shoot.
Yeah.
I tell you, lights out. You want to get a shot made and you got to win a game.
You're giving
ball
that
to
ball.
Johnny C.
Yeah.
It's going bottom of the net.
I love it.
For sure.
How about his D? Could he play any D? Could he D up?
He could contain.
Okay.
He could contain.
Okay. We'll let it go at that.
I love Johnny C.
I love it, Coach.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of folks know that you're really good friends with the former Super Bowl guard, Guy McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
Right? How'd that relationship start?
So it was back in the 80s, 1984 in the summertime, and we were at the Foster City Mall, and we were both at that hamburger place, Red Robin.
Okay.
And we were sitting next to each other, and his neck was massive. It was like huge. And I turned to him and I says, "What college do you play for?" He says, "I don't play for college. I just got drafted by the 49ers.
Well, so he was just drafted.
Yeah.
Wow.
He says, "You got an accent." I says, "Yeah, I'm from New York." He says, "So when did you get here?" I said, "I just moved here." So he says, "Well, I just moved here too." I says, "Well, we brand new. We should exchange phone numbers and, just keep in touch with each other." And that's what we did. And we hung out with the 49ers in the 80s with the Jerry Rices, the Roger Craigs, the Darryl Pollards.
I remember that.
Eric Wright.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember you scheduling a game. The St. Catherine's coaches of the
fundraiser.
men's club
Correct.
playing the 49ers.
Yeah.
That was terrific. The one thing I remember, the one game I specifically remember was that, Steve Young had just won an MVP for football, as quarterback. And after the game, the guy takes enough time to go and shake every one of your hands when the game was over. And I thought that was just a class move on Steve Young's part.
Yeah, that's to credit the Niners of the 80s. They, were one of a kind. They were very into the community of people and making sure that they,
They don't even do those things anymore, right? Those games still go on where they come around and play? I never hear of it.
I haven't seen of them.
Yeah, I never hear of it.
Heard or seen.
Are you still buddies with Guy McIntyre? Is he still in the area?
Yeah, oh yeah. We just spent a week together out at the Super Bowl in Las Vegas as a guest of his. And a matter of fact, he made me wear the Super Bowl ring.
Oh, my gosh.
So,
New York, Nick, and Las Vegas. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun.
Did you do any singing out there? Did you sing? Did you
we go to karaoke. We do.
I love it, man.
Yeah, we enjoy it. But Jerry and, we like spending a lot of time together.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move to one other thing I found on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know what it is, Mark.
Your night on Family Feud.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay. You guys were young, and I mean, you and Jerry Ann were very young. I think you were I think she mentioned that you had just had Michael.
Right. I was 25, Jerry Ann was 24, and we just had, that was in, let's see, Michael was 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It was in 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1980.
How'd that come about? How'd you land on Family Feud?
We were living in L.A. There was an audition. I forget how it was advertised, and Jerry Ann said, "We're going to go try out for the Family Feud." And so we went, and lo and behold, we got chosen and
I know.
became good friends with the producer. We won the prize.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
It was hysterical, man. It was.
Unfortunately, Richard Dawson, treated it like it was a movie.
Yeah, he must have been a pretty interesting guy. How he's out there kissing all the girls and touchy-feely. And
he was a good-looking guy, sharp guy.
Yeah, very, very.
The show was because of him. It was a very successful show.
Absolutely. So was that your one and only time on Family Feud? Was that one appearance?
Yeah, I was on Family Feud. We were also on an AT&T commercial.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We
was this while you were living in Los Angeles then, or what?
This was here in the Burlingame area. The Hillsdale Mall, they walk around with
Yeah.
some research paper.
Right.
I'll give you $50 if you can answer a couple of questions. And so Jerry Ann answered them. So I'm going to go off and whatever. No, we got to go downstairs, blah, blah, blah. And it turned out to be them coming to the house that I lived on Ralston,
Yeah.
next to the wonderful good friends of Tim and Carla Brosnan.
Right. Great folks.
Yeah.
Wow. So Richard Dawson, you were cool with everything he was doing. It didn't bother you that he's kissing the girls or smooching
Yeah, the
with
kissing wasn't a big deal. It's
Yeah.
just, it was fun.
Yeah,
It
okay.
was something of a one of a kind.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
It's something it's still
Yeah,
going on, and it's still a great memory.
I urge people to check it out on YouTube. It's just the
that's
Fleres family and you on YouTube with the Family Feud. It was
When
great.
the People All-Star magazine came out, it was Richard Dawson and myself and my mother-in-law in the background
Really?
on the front page.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
All right, so I got a couple of more questions for you, if you
Sure.
don't mind. Do you and Jerry Ann still have family, or still go back to New York and visit?
Yeah, so we have my brothers and sister, Anthony, Mary, and Joey.
In
still
New Jersey?
There. They're in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And my son, James, with his wife, Catherine, with 2 kids, George and Catherine. And then Michael is there. Michael
Really?
is with Corey and my grandkids, Riley. and
So they all
Mackenzie
moved
and-
east.
And Brady. Yeah, they moved. Michael moved probably, I would say, a good 18 years ago.
No kidding.
And James has been there probably a good 8 or 9 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrific. So you lost your singing partner with James, I guess, right?
We still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just went back to Jersey. 26 family members met for lunch, and we started blowing out some a cappella.
That had to be something, man. Oh, wow. All right. So how about a little shout out to your wife, Jerry Ann, and your 3 sons and 1 daughter, right?
Yeah, and Anthony from Skyline.
And Anthony, go ahead.
Yeah.
Say a little hello to them.
So, for my lovely wife, we're married in August, 48 years,
Terrific. Congratulations.
and she's an amazing human being, very supportive of me. I'm probably the person I am. A lot of credit goes to her.
Yeah. A very patient woman, too, I would imagine.
She, of course, with my energy.
Yes, indeed.
And then my oldest, Michael,
Yep.
he's a general contractor
Yep.
with a lovely wife, Corey, and 3 kids. Riley, Mackenzie, and Brady, and their lovely dog, Maui.
Uh-huh.
And then my son, Daniel, who just turned 38.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, and he's now living in Tacoma, Washington.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Children? Does he have children?
No, but he
Okay.
has a beautiful dog named Hunter.
Great.
Big husky.
I love it.
And then we have James with his lovely wife, Catherine, and their 2 kids, George and Catherine.
Wow. So
They
how
live
many
in the Jersey
grandkids?
Shore.
How many grandkids you have? They're at Jersey Shore, excuse me.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah.
And how many grandkids altogether?
With Anthony, I think we run around 9 or 10.
No kidding.
10. I think it's 10.
Yeah.
And then we have my beautiful daughter, Catherine.
Yes. How old is she now?
Catherine just turned 30
Wow.
or 31.
Where's she living?
She's still with us.
Good for you.
She's a philanthropist for Bay Area Cancer Connections in San
Terrific.
Mateo.
God, that's great.
And she has a great boyfriend.
Good.
Kid's name is Anthony.
Yeah. Oh, that
Really
helps.
sweet kid.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it seems like Anthony's and Joseph's.
yeah,
and,
they work, right?
All the
That
Italian
works.
names.
Yeah, does work
come
for
into
you.
the family.
Yeah. So, any plans coming up this year for you and Jerry Ann? Any traveling or anything going on? like that?
Sure. And then the only other one is Anthony Woodards, who his wife and kids that we've been mentoring.
Yes.
And he's a battalion chief in Richmond.
That's terrific.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have a big trip coming up, Mark. We're going to head to New York, see the family, and then going off to Dublin to Rome, a lot of part of Italy, and then we'll go to Sicily, and then we'll go off to, I think we're coming back down to Rome and taking a ship to France, and then coming back to Rome and flying into Iceland,
My goodness, this is quite a trip coming up.
Yeah, I'm probably going to age a year or two.
Yeah. Is Europe ready for New York Nick? We're going to find out, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Coach Fleres, Nick Fleres, New York Nick, thank you so much for being on the show today.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Much appreciated, Mark. I tell you, kudos to you. I'm very honored to be doing this. I would never expect it, but
got to have you on the show,
appreciate it.
man. You got to have you on the show. Thank you, Nick.
Well done.
Thank you. I'd like to thank New York Nick Fleres for being my guest today on Burlingame. It's a small town podcast sponsored by the Burlingame Historical Society. Thanks to Kathy and Shelby Lucchese for editing and producing, the great Ray Tyler for video, original music by Bray. You can hear more of Bray at braymusic.com. This podcast was recorded on Thursday, April 16th, 2024 at the Burlingame Public Library. The Burlingame Historical Society copyrights this recording, and no part can be copied or replayed without the permission of the Burlingame Historical Society. So until next time, everyone, see you around Burlingame. It's a small town.